Hi, it's Polly. Welcome back to the Dream Printing Podcast. I'm going to tell you today how I upgraded my planner from something like this that was still very good, very functional, but how I upgraded it into something like this with tabs, with elastic strap, with gold corners, with luxurious paper, all the things. So I'm going to share with you how I upgraded my planner because I'm a paper snob. I don't know if you are a paper snob, but if you are a paper snob and you love excellent design, excellent paper, and you want to create something beautiful, this is definitely the right spot for you. I'm the founder of Horacio Printing. I've had my own paper planner business now for over 10 years, the host of the Dream Printing Podcast, and the creator of Print School. So let's dive into how I went from this to this. Okay, grab your journal. You're going to want to take some notes today. I'm going to go over 5 key things of how I went from my original design to my main one. So just a little context of where we are today. So I now have a multiple 6-figure business with my planner business. We have over 5 different styles. We also have journals, vision board kits. We've got notepads. I got a couple up here on my shelf. And I'm a really big fan of either a coil bound planner, but I also love to sell book bound planners. So we now offer a multitude of styles. They obviously have to lay flat because, as you remember, I am a paper snob. Things must lay flat. So we have a lot of different styles. We have a vertical layout offering, and then we also have a horizontal layout. I can show you the horizontal as well. So I like to offer options. When I first started off, I had one planner, one style, one little SKU, and that was it. But we've now grown into multiple SKUs, multiple products. But the heart is the same. My heart behind my company is to help people really tap into their inner artist and connect with their God-given purpose, to dream big, and then to have a schedule that supports that dream. So that's really the heart behind it, and that hasn't changed at all. But the way that we've created our products has definitely changed. And we've been able, because of that, to have a big impact. We've been able to give back over $88,000 to fight human trafficking. I've now been able to bring in team to help me with customer service. We've now outsourced our warehouse, so all of our shipping happens and I don't have to deal with it, which is great. I've been outsourcing a lot and just kind of growing in my systems and marketing. And so that's been fabulous. So that's where we are today, 10 years later. But how did it get started? How did we begin? So I had a dream, and maybe you've had a similar dream, but I had a dream to make a planner company that was customizable, like whatever you want. Here it is, here it is, here it is. But what I realized was the manufacturing of one-off designs is very difficult, very expensive, and it's also low quality. When you look at these print-on-demand printers that are available to you, and maybe you've already gone down some of these rabbit holes. I know I did. And a lot of them didn't even exist when I got started back in 2014. But whenever, we look at these print-on-demand printers, we often find that they don't have a lot of customization options. And then when you do find something with some customization options, the cost per unit is so expensive. And you wonder, how on earth could you have a business like this? Like, how could you actually do this? So I found a printer in North America to print my first planner, and I decided to do one style. And I was really proud of this. This was a very beautiful planner. I bought 1,000 of these. We sold out in the first year. And a lot of the heart behind it is still the same. We still have our bucket list page. Let me see if I can find it. Dream planning page. But it has changed quite a bit since that first year. Our weekly spread, you can see this was the original. We only had the one vertical layout. The coil binding was good, but it wasn't great. The cover was, a soft cover, just a really thick piece of paper. And this cost me, in 2014, this cost me $28 per item, which is a lot. But this is super thick paper. Back in the day in the market, like no one had paper this thick. But I was really a paper snob, still am. And so I really wanted my paper to be super, super thick. And they kind of thought I was crazy, honestly. And then after I had that one, well, how did I get to this one? So I'm going to go through the 5 big steps of how that happened. The first thing that had to happen is I had to move my manufacturing overseas, which I know that's a big hot topic right now. I know a lot of people are like, I only want to print in the US, and I get it. I want to print in the US too. It's just that there aren't printers who can print this type of thing with all the bells and whistles here in the US. That's just an unfortunate truth. There are some companies that can do some of the bells and whistles, but they're going to be a cost per unit that's higher than even what it would retail for in the market. So unfortunately, you do have to move your manufacturing overseas. That's something I learned how to do. I actually had a group that reached out my second year of business, and they wanted 10,000 planners. And I was like, I was trying to make the numbers work, and I couldn't do it at the price point that they needed it at. So that was my first attempt at overseas ordering. And since then, I've connected with a couple printers that I love that are great. I've vetted them out. I've learned how to work with them. There's a lot that goes into printing overseas. You have to navigate importing. You have to navigate delivery. You have to navigate the language barrier. You have to navigate the vocabulary. And it can be intimidating. Like, comment below if you're like, that feels intimidating. Let me know. I want to know. Does that feel intimidating? Do you have questions about it? So that's one of the reasons why in print school, we really hold your hand in that process. In my signature program where I help you take your idea out of your head and into your hand, which is print school, I walk you through getting quotes from these printers, and I teach you the vocabulary of how to speak to them so that you can feel confident. I teach you the process of importing. I teach you how to use my warehouse to do fulfillment, and just really walk you through that so you feel super confident and secure, and that you end up with the result that you want, which is a beautiful luxury product at a price point that you could actually build a business around. So that is the first thing I did, was move my manufacturing overseas. I went from spending maybe $28 a unit now to spending something closer to $11 a unit, but it has so much more to it. And I'm actually going to show you what I mean by that. This is now my current product. It is a lot more than this guy. Not to say, I mean, this really holds a special part in my heart for sure. But I'm going to show you the unboxing of my current planner. I'm a huge fan of packaging. And so that's honestly number 2. The second thing that I did to upgrade, so I'm teaching you how I upgraded from this to this. One of the big things I upgraded was my packaging. I added all the bells and whistles because I really want to surprise and delight my customers. When they get a package from Horacio Printing, I want them to be blown away. And then also I want, when someone gets this, to go, wow, this would make for a great gift for Aunt Jo. And then I want them to come back and buy, obviously, more gifts, right? And spread the mission. So I'm gonna show you the box really quick. I should do this like ASMR. I don't know how to do that, but we'll pretend I do. So I've got a little insert in here, surprise and delight. And now look at the packaging. So when I talked about the price per item, I'm talking about all of this now being available at that price. You've got a beautiful dust bag. That's something that I upgraded over the years. And then here's one of our 2025 planners here. Oh, my pins just dropped out. It comes with pins as an accessory. And then here's one of my planners from 2025. And then I've also added in pockets. Polly loves a good pocket. And stickers. So this is how we've upgraded. We have upgraded our packaging. We've upgraded all of our bells and whistles into something that is fabulous. And we did that through, so number 2 was upgrading my packaging. Number 3 is upgraded my specs. my specifications. And that kind of is the umbrella of what I did. So previously, my specs were very simple. It was paper, it was a simple black coil, and it was this paper cover. Well, now my specs are a lot more detailed because I have so many more things happening in my product. I've got the box, I've got the bag, I've got the planner, and depending on the planner, I've got, the ribbon. We've got a ribbon bookmark here. I'll pull it out. We've got ribbon bookmarks. In our coil planner, we have tabs. We've got golden corners. We've got gold coil, golden corners. We've got an elastic strap. We have our golden tabs here. And all of these take specs where I'm telling the printer what I want, the specifications of what I want, the paper weight, the paper color, my specs. But then I also have to submit the designs that connect with my specs. This is handing over print-ready files that connect to the vision and dream that I have, which was much bigger than the original vision and dream that I had back in 2014. So that's the big thing. You have to have the right specs. And if you don't know the vocabulary and you don't know the specs, that's why you kind of need a guide. You need someone to say, these are the specs. This is the specs of my product. Of course, you can change it. And that's why I created Print School, because it is kind of like a weird thing to navigate. It's like going down a trail and you've never gone through that trail before. I want to provide a trail for you so that you can go, okay, this is the way I can do it, but I can also kind of forge my own new trail based off the dreams I have. Because I have students that want to do all sorts of different things, a fold out page or perforated tear out pages or all things that I had never even thought about, accordion pockets that open up. Really, anything paper can be created. You just have to know how to explain it to the printer. You have to understand how to speak their language. And some of that is new and it is tricky. And that's why number 4 for me is every single year I've slowly upgraded. So I've gone from this guy, and then I had a similar one in 2016. And then every year it was like, okay, well, this year we have hardcover. We've got the cardboard wrapped in art paper. Well, then the next year we're trying different things. And I'll show you another one. These are some of our students. Now we can do like vegan leather. Here's another student here that created a much bigger, beautiful 8.5 by 11 planner. So much bigger, beautiful planner. But every year I've upgraded. And so it wasn't until the 3rd year that I added the dust bag. And what I love about my printer overseas is they can source all of that together. You're not having to go buy the pins from this person, the bag from that person, the stickers from this guy, and kit it all together yourself. The printer can do all of that. And that's another reason why I love the overseas printing option. So what I do is every year I send out a survey, usually in February, and I'll ask my customers what they liked and how we can upgrade. And I get them to vote on the upgrades. So every year I've been tweaking what my product is, what my collection is, and coming out with a better and bigger product each year. Maybe trying new accessories, new things that they want, a new companion product, a new journal, a new notepad, etc. Last year we came out with the vision board kit, which just sold out last month. And so we've been coming out with a new thing to add with the planner itself. So every single year, I've just been upgrading over time. But what's really cool is my students, they don't have to wait 10 years to get to the product. They get to jump in, skip the line, and then use my templates, my partners, my printers, and all of that to just skip the line and create something beautiful the first time, which is great. And I'm not saying, I feel like I keep hating on my first planner. Like, I want you guys to know I love her. I love her. Like, I'm still really proud of her. Even though I didn't know what I was doing, I'm still really proud of what I created, because this one product, just starting with the one thing first, opened so many doors that I never knew I would even walk through. So you never know what's on the other side of you saying yes to your dream. I had people use this planner and finally start pursuing their dream. So it wasn't just about me and my dream, just like it isn't just about you and your dream. It's about the people on the other side of you creating that journal, that planner, that devotional, that paper product you want to make, that workbook that helps people get a result. So that's what's really fun is I've seen students do this. They come in, they create their product, and it's amazing. And because they can do it, you can do it. And actually, I have an alumni page. I'll just show you a picture of it right here. I have an alumni page you can check out, and you can see a lot of the students from Print School. We're backlogged right now. We have a lot more students to add to this alumni page that have created their thing. But this is just some of the students who have created their thing. And you can see some of their products. You can actually go to horacioprinting.com/alumni to check out more of that. And another thing that I've given my students, which is super fun, is a bonus. If you join Print School, you also get my companion course called Launch School. And this teaches you so you get Print School to learn how to print your thing, but you get Launch School to learn how to launch it, how to make your website, how to do a pre-order campaign to raise the funds, how to create your product page, and how to set up your email marketing, how to really craft that marketing for a paper product, how to set up your photo shoot, how to do that. And so that's what Launch School is all about. And you can actually learn all about Print School at horacioprinting.com/print school. I'll put the link right here, horacioprinting.com/print school. Now, my fifth thing when it comes to a key step in upgrading your product, this is for you no matter what kind of path you're taking to print your thing. My number one piece of advice always is print a sample. You must invest to get the sample printed. This is critical key step. And when you get that sample in the mail, you can hold it, you can see what's wrong with it. I always print something off locally at Staples first anyway, but you want to get an actual sample from the printer so you can check it out, feel it, make sure everything is good before you place your mass order. And with that sample, one thing I teach you in Launch School is how to use your sample as a marketing tool to raise the funds to print your entire product. And you can see some of the Kickstarter campaigns my students have done on the alumni page. You can check that out. So that's a little bit of how I started back in 2014, how I got to where I am now. We've definitely had some shifts and changes over the year, and I'm so happy with where it is right now. And right now in my business, as it's March of 2025, we're reviewing the surveys. We're finalizing our 2026 collection right now. This is the time where we're doing that because we're getting ready to order. Because if you're in the paper product business, you have to order things really early. And so we go through your production timeline in Print School and all of that. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can comment below this video. And actually, if you're interested more in what is the timeline? Like, how long does it take? What is the actual process of printing your thing and creating the product? I have a free workshop for you. Just go to horacioprinting.com/workshop. It is a 35-minute workshop. I try to keep it as quick and concise as possible, so you can check out that, and I would love to hear what you think about the workshop. And below that workshop, there's actually a video for you and I to chat one-on-one. So we'd love to see you in my chat, and I hope this was helpful for you. If there's something else you would like to learn about dream printing your dream, comment below, and we will definitely take that into consideration as I go and film more videos and more podcast episodes for you. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I truly believe the best is yet to come. Bye, guys.